Good early morning.
Hello.
Hello.
I have tea.
You do. I have tea as well.
You brought me Swift tea.
Swifty. That's true. I did. You're welcome.
I am.
You are. You are what?
I am welcome.
Oh.
I'm thankful.
Cool. Welcome to you and welcome to everyone else. To Aline, who is here. Thank you so much, by the way, Aline, for the notes that you've sent me over Facebook. They're really, really helpful and really, really cool. I haven't replied yet, but I just wanted to say, since I can. Ha 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 ha! Oh no! The restream is broken. Let's see if I can fix it. Hello, restream. Maybe if I just, like, close you and reopen you?
Maybe.
Settings? No, I'm just going to close you and reopen you. Ah! Okay.
It's awesome though.
Close and reopen. That's cheating! You can't do that. Let's see. How is everyone today? How's the mowing going?
Wait, good morning, Doig Swift. How did that happen?
What? How did what happen?
Nightbot said good morning, Doig Swift.
Have you trained him to do that?
No.
Good morning, Nightbot. Why is he called Nightbot?
I don't know, that's just the name that his previous owner gave him.
His previous owner?
Yeah.
Is it like, can you scratch it off, or is it like properly engraved in there?
I think it's the kind of thing that you need to pay to have removed.
Well, I'm not paying.
Nope.
Okay, screw that. Fair enough. It looks like the chat's working. Yeah! Awesome. Okay, I'm tweeting, grabbing that link. And I will say, come join. Come join us on the morning stream for more warm-ups and animation. I'll put for chatting and animation. Chatting animation. And 7 AM to 9 AM BST. Yes, I have done it. This thing I have done. So we're into Thursday, past midweek now. Got some exciting news this morning. Do you want to say?
Yeah, well, I woke up and I had a DM from someone, a comics artist, asking whether I don't suppose you'd want to do a task page for the next book, and I don't even know the details, but I'm excited.
Nightbot is getting stuff wrong again. We'll teach it. Well, you will, Michael.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Go, Doy, go!
Yeah! I'm gonna reply to him.
Yeah, you're doing that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I approve of this. When was the message sent?
5 hours ago.
Cool. This is the time when time difference is really annoying. When you get an offer and you want to reply immediately, but you know because of the time difference they're probably going to be asleep right now. And for the next foreseeable chunk of time. I wonder if I should... I could probably hold on this a little bit and then have it snap open. That would be cool. Okay, I've got to remember that I'm trying to ink straight. I know I'm midway through the scene already, but this is something I'm trying to do. And then Doug can colour it really easily. And I can see how it works. This new technique. I'm sorry, Aline. Facebook's like becoming one of the things that I don't check as often as other stuff. I think because the only thing that I have on there now that like really matters to me is the character design program. So I barely go on. But thanks so much for the feedback. Like it's super helpful and your sketches are amazing. Aline's been helping me with bears.
Oh, the bears.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I haven't shown you, but I'll show you.
Awesome. Super cool.
I think you'll appreciate them. And it'd be nice to see like which ones you really like. But there's something Aline said that is like super true and really cool, which is that with bears, one of the scariest things about them is like the way that the mouth is really fleshy and the lips are really fleshy, and they sort of hang down, and then there's really sharp, hard teeth behind them, and that contrast is really cool.
Oh, that's a really cool observation.
Yeah, it is. I thought so. I'm not so concerned about the eye sockets, simply because for me, it's less like an actual muscle and bone creature and more like something kind of carved out of the shadows a bit more. Or I can imagine the eyes could kind of swim all over its body. Kind of like they're just like sitting on the surface. But of course you would have no way of knowing that since I've never said that to you before. But yeah, the bears are incredible. I had a couple of goes at drawing a bear standing up, and so far they've all been awful. Yeah, I know, likewise. I love the idea of a bear standing up, but I can't draw that. So I'll keep trying. By the way, Doig.
Yeah.
There is still a table for us. On the 11th, if you want it.
On the 11th.
Mhm.
Really? At
Yeah.
the Kyla thing?
Yep. You know the one which Lynn's going to.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
There's a market in town, an art fair, and it's happening on the 11th, Sunday the 11th. And me and Michael could have a table and sell some comics if we wanted to.
Okay.
But like, we need to confirm it, and I just wanted to check with you because we only have 2 things at the minute that we can sell.
Yeah.
Unless you have some prints hidden up your sleeve somewhere.
No. I don't.
Or unless you could get prints done for that day. In which case you would have to get prints done for that day. So
They'd need to be done locally, I guess, and I don't really know a good place.
I'm sure we could ask people from Boulder like where they get theirs done.
Yeah, that's true.
But just thought I'd give you the heads up that that's something that's possible if you wanted to like think about whether you think it's worth doing or not.
Okay, yeah, I will keep that in mind.
Cool. How to practice spoken draw disembodied eyes apparently. Yes, and I too, for just bears in general, I think. Hello, Melanchala!
Melanchala.
Do I want this to, yeah, I do actually want this to enlarge. So that's fine. just remember that I'm trying to do the inking thing. To keep reminding myself, I keep forgetting. Okay.
Maybe I have an idea.
I'm just so used to not doing it that way. Stray Lincoln. Abe Lincoln.
Hey, Nika.
Nika! How are you? How is everything? No, don't you dare. I will throw this bot out if it tells me that I need to ink stuff.
It just, like, it loves you.
It doesn't love me. If it's telling me to ink, it doesn't love me. I will straight up burn the bot if it starts telling me I need to ink things.
Only this one.
You know very well that it's not going to be only this one.
It's not going to keep doing it, but people can write ink.
That's all the bot does, is it wanders around and keeps saying the same things. I mean, I appreciate that it's getting better. Your efforts have definitely smoothed out some of the edges, Doig, but it's not in the safe zone yet. I can tell you. My boot and that bot's ass are in perfect alignment right now.
Ethan was having
It's
fun.
got to earn its keep. It's got to pay its way. Hey, Super Pikachu! How's it going, Pika-Pee?
It's really late. Well, we have a set schedule for streaming, and this is a time slot.
This is the one. Sorry, it's not super early for us. It's early-ish for us. We're good, thanks.
Hey, Hardik.
No, Hardik, no.
What? There's an anthem?
You can guess. You
What's
don't need to hear it to guess.
What's the anthem?
I don't know directly what it is, but I can guess enough that I don't think I need to click on it to know what the anthem is. Hey, you know, I was watching GT Live, and when they stream, they have like an introduction thing that plays. How do they do that?
An introduction? Who has an introduction?
GT Live.
Okay.
You go to one of the live streams, and they're like do 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 do.
And then does it open up to any point?
What do you mean to any point?
So, you go to the live stream, does that play when you enter, and then once you're in, it's just wherever they are live at the time, or does that only play like right at the beginning?
It plays right at the beginning, I think.
Okay. I'll probably just set up a little video intro.
How would you do that? Because that could be cool. We could have Doug and Swift stream. Ba-ba-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-da-da. Yeah, well, we could create a video that plays, and then there's a thing in OBS called Studio Mode where you can set up transitions between two scenes.
Swift is better than Doig.
And do it there.
The Adventure Zone submissions are open today, if their Tumblr is to be believed. So fingers crossed that happens. I'm just hearing screaming. Are you playing something, Grace?
Yeah, that's what the anthem is you fighting that Leafy Knight dude, but it's just like, I am the Hollow Knight.
Oh, I didn't think it was that. That's awesome. Just screaming. Perfect. That's a surprisingly fitting anthem. So glad I beat him. I did hear my own screams. I thought someone outside was dying. Sounded like a distant woman screaming. Yes. No, I do know how you feel. It's not a good feeling. Don't like it, not one bit.
No, don't like what?
Listening to myself screaming. Zootopia, gotta catch 'em all. As the slogan for that hit movie goes. Gotta catch 'em all, Zootopia. It's funny but also slightly concerning. I think it's my stress at like just freelance work and everything coming through.
What, in the gameplay?
Yeah.
Ah.
My storyboarding work is officially done though. I have to remember to actually send an invoice. That's something I actually have to do.
Right.
Oh.
Is that?
No, that's not. Might try and do the da 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 da.
No, I'm not trying to do that. That's copyright.
Okay.
I'm trying to do just a little triumphant. You did it. You did it.
So why did you ask me, is that it?
Didn't I say how's that?
Oh, very good. Very good. But you just did it. I thought it was copyright. There's no winning.
I just wanted to show that I wasn't tone deaf. Wait.
Oh, you're obviously not tone deaf. You do awesome piano.
Alien's asking, do you look for contracts a lot, or do some people come spontaneously to you?
So far I've been lucky enough for people to come to me, but one of the people who came to me, like the storyboard job, is from a friend. Like the director is my friend, and he was like, hey, do you want to do this? And I said, yes please, that sounds fun. So he did come to me, but I think that was because I knew him rather than because he found my reel or anything online.
Not correct.
What do you mean not correct?
He knew you because he knew your work.
No, he knew me because we were on OA. And I contacted him and said, hey, we're both on OA, we should meet up.
Okay.
And then we didn't.
But
and then I moved to Dublin, then he moved to Dublin, and then we did meet up.
he wouldn't have hired you if your work wasn't good.
Oh, no, I believe you. Like, I think he thought I could do it, but also I do think it was a slight bit of like a favour. Yeah, definitely. Hero relations are important for work. People give you chances and then you try and make sure that you don't let them down, essentially.
So it's important to say that you've done 2 jobs for them. So the first one might have been a favour, but the second one was, oh, she's good. Let's get that again.
She's adequate.
No, you got comments back from like the people that were saying so it was good.
Yeah.
I can say that. I'm your disembodied little ego that can be
Disembodied?
Like, it could be like, it's good, yay.
Yeah, I hope the second one is as good, because there's like been a bit of, not trouble, but there's like a shot where I got the continuity wrong, and I did a few fixes on it for them, and then they were like, oh, it's okay, like, you can hand it off to us now, and any other fixes we'll do, like, in our departments. Like, we can use the different versions you've given us now to, like, put together a version that we're happy with.
Cool.
So I was less happy with that because I was like, I wanted to send you something which was just like, yes, this is perfect, no changes needed, awesome. And instead I sent them something that they have to do extra work on. So that was a bummer. But I'm still super happy that like it's done and it's off, and other than that they seem pleased with it, so fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I didn't have as much time on the cleanup this time as well, so I hope the cleanup's okay because there were some parts which I didn't actually like clean up. So I hope they were clean enough.
They looked awesome to me.
Thanks. The main problem is that I always lose the life during the cleanup. Because I'm not very good at cleanup.
That's not true, Arctic. You've seen India storyboards.
Oh yeah, that's true. You've seen
Flip.
the flip one. The flip one is probably, that's about as rough as I tend to work. So when I do it for clients, I feel like I need to clean it up more. Oh, yeah, you do if you're doing them like straight onto paper. But since I did them straight digitally, I mean, because the box is just your screen. So you are essentially just doing it in a bunch of boxes, but the boxes are timed out and like ordered one after the other.
Yeah, when India says storyboard, it's actually meaning an animatic.
Oh, I see, yeah, people get confused between animatics and storyboards. Animatics are storyboards, they're just timed. So, for example, you would do your storyboards in boxes on a sheet, and then you would scan those in and time them out, and that's the animatic. And that's what the flip animation is. Except rather than do them straight on paper, I went straight into the program to do them, which is how I think a lot of storyboard artists work that way now, because it's just faster to time your stuff out immediately.
Yeah, you get more of a sense of how it's gonna, the continuity for it. I mean, if you're working fast paced with more than one storyboard artist or one story artist, then you probably still do it with the kind of pinning it up on a board, shuffling things around, like if the show itself is board driven. But if it's just a one-to-one with the director, then it's probably quicker to just do it.
Yeah, the amount of input that the director has varies depending on the director, the project and the shot. And I'm no like actual seasoned storyboard artist, so bear in mind that I'm like pretty amateur as far as it goes. I've only had 2 storyboard jobs from the same person, and that's the entirety of my storyboard experience. But for shots that they have very clear ideas about, they'll like give you a lot of guidance and tell you like what they want, and then it's up to you to get their vision onto the screen. For shots where you have less guidance, you'll give them more freedom. On board-driven shows, the boarders I think are given a lot more freedom because they're not working to a script. They can kind of put in gags and make up jokes themselves to put in visually.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Aline.
I guess that's maybe like the difference between a storyboard, like storyboard artist, and maybe a story artist is like, if it's a story artist, they're probably more like on board driven stuff where they're coming up with a story as they're drawing.
I think that people use both titles to mean the same thing though.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like a an official differentiation between the two. think like a lot of the time the audience sees what the storyboard artist sees because everyone works on the storyboards. So unless an animator chooses to retime stuff or change the poses in their shot, the audience will be seeing pretty much what the storyboard artist had in mind. Like the storyboard artist dictates a lot of how the story is told. Like they don't dictate the story, that's the difference, but they dictate how the story is told.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being a storyboard artist is a really cool job. Really, really cool job. It's interesting actually that everyone's looking for story artists at the minute, at least in Dublin. Seeing as it's such a cool job, it's weird to me that there aren't more people trying to go for those positions, especially because it's a much better paid job than animation is. Not that pay is something I care about, but it might be something other people care about. Why are you giving Nightbot a cookie for that?
For what? That they need a clear definition of what a storyboard is.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's eager to learn.
Hmm.
And he's inviting participation.
Hmm. 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 Okay, be sure you only reward him when he truly deserves it, Michael. I don't want him getting too sassy. Still don't trust that thing. Trash boy. Oh, what's an lean cookie? That sounds even better than a regular cookie. Is it like artistically beautiful? Eileen's being our manager.
I suppose it should be tip jar. I'm gonna maybe change it to tip jar.
Okay. Reprogramming the bot. Don't get oil on the carpet now. I kill you. You have to earn it, Nightbot. You have to earn trust.
What is trust? It's like something I've never gotten.
You'll get it when you deserve it. We can. We could put several commands into him.
Yeah, we can like make it tips or tip jar.
Mm-hmm.
He now knows it.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, you might need to practice with him. Have my spray bottle ready.
There you go.
Okay, well done, Nightbot. begrudgingly I tell you that you didn't actually manage to do your job for once. You know, but one time doesn't mean that he's in the safe zone, dude.
Aww.
Nope. Buttering me up isn't going to get you anywhere, Trashbot.
But he
It will
loved
minus
you.
points.
He loved you.
He doesn't love me. He doesn't know what the concept of love is.
Aww.
I wish he'd stop pretending he does. It just creeps me out even more. I don't know what you've been teaching him.
I don't know what everyone else has been teaching him.
I trust the ABCs. Don't trust Trashbot though.
Really?
Not yet.
You trust the the ABCers?
I do. With my life. With my very soul. You see how sassy he's getting? This is what comes going of letting him get away with stuff and giving him cookies all the time. His sassometer goes up to like 1 million.
We have her soul, what do we do?
Use it as like a soldering gun. Start sticking bits of metal together. I sold it far a long time ago. True, my soul means very little to me. There you go. You see, that's good. Well done, Michael, for disciplining him.
Thank you.
You can't train a Trashbot without discipline.
Hey Claire, welcome back. How's it going?
Good morning, Claire. This is the point at which other people would take the easy road.
And what? Take him out back.
No, I wasn't talking about a Trashbot for once. I was talking about my animation.
Oh, okay.
But I will take him out back. You're on the money with your assumption there, Mike.
Ah, cool. Max Swagger subscribed about 6 hours ago.
Whoa, Max Swagger.
Oh, that's such a cool name.
That's a cool name. Maximum Swagger.
Hey, looks like you just got into port. What's your name, stranger? My name is Max. Max Swagger.
Max Swagger and Mick Jagger should like form a group together. You don't know the concept of love, Nightbot.
Nightbot has heartaches, children.
You're getting too clingy, Nightbot. Don't talk about things of which you have no understanding. They would be little hard disks.
How do you know that, darling?
You could have trusted him with your children.
So what are your aims and goals for the animation this morning, India?
Oh man, I don't actually have any. Have fun, I guess.
That is a good goal.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Gold.
Did I actually add this? I don't think I added the project command yet.
The project manager.
Not a manager, but like for people to type project to know what we're currently working on.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
No, you like that command?
Do I?
I don't know. Do you like that command?
I'm not sure exactly how useful it is. I think you're trained to do more useful things. You could take out the trash. Get me a cup of tea. Maybe you could even get like a part-time job. When we're asleep, you know, keep the money coming in. That'd be helpful.
We could send him off, and he could go door to door, and just be like, "Hello, I am a trash bot." And then
Are you going to get him to tip jar everyone?
No.
If you tip jar everyone in our neighbourhood, Mike will be thrown out.
That wasn't what I was suggesting. He could go and do he could go and trick or treat or something. I don't know.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust trash bot trick or treating. I was thinking more like a cashier or something.
Oh, he'd be a good cashier.
Would he though?
Yeah.
I don't think he's responsible enough yet to be let out into the world.
He's fairly conflicted. He has too many guiding hands. It's lovely. It's brilliant.
I think he's just dysfunctional.
He comes from a broken home, okay?
How do you know that?
He told me.
He did not tell you, Michael. Like, I literally don't know how this hunk of junk is functioning right now. Like I told you, keeping him is conditional upon you making him useful. Taken you to teach him the ways. Took you because he thought you were cute. And then I made him make you useful. You've been teaching this bot the wrong things, Michael. You've been teaching him that you're kinder than you are.
I'm a kind person.
You are a kind person. It's trash bot that I don't trust. Why did they throw him out if he's like such a good bot?
Maybe he was just destined for greater things.
Maybe he's just always been this dysfunctional.
Maybe we were his destiny.
His trash-like destiny. I think the dumpster was his destiny, in all seriousness.
I wonder if he knows the frostbite command yet.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that one is too many characters or something.
Yeah, or maybe he's just a trash bot. He
He's
was born a trash bot, he'll die a trash bot, and only his fleas will mourn him.
Why would fleas be attracted to him?
I was doing an Aladdin.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Now that's a useful function.
Hey out there.
Hey Outlaw! What's up?
What you got going on?
What's going on? What can we do to soothe you to sleep? How's your day been? How is it to just like have the freedom to not be at school? Must feel good. Hey Skipper! Almost midnight. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. It's like nearly 8 o'clock here in the morning. The day's just starting.
Yeah, fresh eyes will do that to you. But that's part of the process.
That Sonic animation you did is looking really nice though. I think the timing's really working now. It's got zip and panache. Am I the only one who thinks that panache sounds a bit like ganache and gets hungry every time I say it?
Nash.
Ganache.
Ganache.
Do you know what ganache is, Mike?
No.
Okay, it's awesome. It's that really silky kind of chocolatey icing you get on stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Like good ganache is meant to be like shiny. It's that kind of shiny chocolatey icing you get, where it's like kind of chocolate sauce on top of the cake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ganache. It's a fun word as well.
Yeah, the panache and zip is good, but the drawing is shite.
The drawing's okay up there. I wouldn't worry about it. The motion is what's going to sell it. And drawing is something where it's just a matter of practice to improve. I'll see if anyone remembers this because I don't remember who it was. No, I don't remember who it was. Oh, I might actually. But one of the 9 old men was so insecure about his drawing that he would always kind of say he was rubbish and not as good as the other artists. And what he would do was he would put a lot of effort into doing one drawing he was happy with, and then he would like trace bits of that drawing onto all the other drawings in his scene to get everything so it wasn't a drawing he hated, which is adorable. I think it was Ken Duncan.
Oh, okay.
But feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not 100% on that.
I don't have the lore.
Aline, you did a skull, or are you doing a skull a day?
Hey, Jake. I got a reply from the comic artist.
Hey Jake, you did?
Yeah, he said, awesome, I'll send you an email in the morning. It's midnight here.
No! See what I mean? Time difference.
With the details in the files. So I sent him a heart and said, "Be still, my beating heart."
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that you can be humorous with him as well. That's a good sign.
Yeah,
that
well,
you guys can joke.
we back and forth with like gifs of like jumping out a window a while back.
Oh, I remember that. You showed me that. That was him. Yeah, I think that's important. That you guys are kind of on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with time zones, is now we have to wait for like a good 8 hours to actually see what it is you'll be colouring. That's super exciting though. For those who don't know, we woke up this morning to find out Mike had an email from one of his favourite comic artists asking if he would be up for doing a test page for them for a new comic. So Doigie's pretty happy.
I'm a happy chap.
And he deserves it, for sure. I'm super excited about it.
I just realised the images work in the restream.
Okay.
So there's a picture of coffee in your stream chats now.
That'd be great. By the time you can hire Doig, you could be like a proper established colorist working for the big guys and amazing artists, and you'll be able to say like, I have a professional comic colorist working for me. It's exciting though. It goes to show how important it is to just do what you love instead of to do what it is you think people want to see.
Yeah.
I can't say this enough times. If you do things that you think people want to see that are going to get you hired, then you're going to be hired to do that stuff instead of the stuff you're really passionate about. Because that's what you're putting out there. That's what people know you for. If you only do the stuff that you really love, when someone decides they want to hire you, they're going to hire you for that. And you're going to get to do that as a job and be paid.
If you expose people to the thing you really want to be doing, then they're going to recognise you for that, I think.
And the reason I say that in relation to this is that the way that I think you guys kind of got in contact was you started just colouring his art because you really liked it.
I don't think I've coloured one of his pieces yet.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think he's just kind of saw other stuff that I've been doing. I think it was probably the Supergirl pieces.
Then my point is less relevant, but it's still relevant. Because the Supergirl pieces are pieces that Mike coloured just because he really loved the comic. Yeah. And it was already coloured by someone else. But Mike wanted to like do his take on it.
Yeah, it has to be said, I hadn't seen the coloured version before I'd done my own.
But you knew it was like already...
Oh yeah, because it was it's a DC published comic, so I knew it would have had colours.
The point is, you did it because you liked it and because you loved it.
Yeah.
And now you put it out there, people want to hire you to do that thing that you did that you love. Whereas if you'd just done like stuff that you thought people would want to hire you for, like you probably would have done a lot less exciting a job on it. You would have been less out there and felt giving yourself less freedom.
Yeah. Because
the colours are pretty bombastic and unconventional. But that's just what you like, so...
Well, Matthias had given me the advice to look for the unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're colouring something, you don't have to stick to what the local colour would be. Try and find something that's surprising, and that stuck with me. Like, oh, okay, so.
But yeah, I mean, if you'd just been doing stuff that you wanted to be hired for, if you'd been doing stuff that you thought people wanted to see, then you probably would have like copied the way that other comics are coloured, because that's who's being hired right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aline's right though. Aline was saying colour is a tough gig, a bit underrated, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a current kind of movement within the colours community in comics where the colorist has almost been a secondary aspect to it, but I think it's improving. Like, I think some publishers now will put the colorist's name on the cover because, they're one of the fundamental parts of storytelling. And I think it's often been overlooked because perhaps the history of comics, like printing color has been more difficult, but as technology has increased and like they're able to have a fuller spectrum of colors in print, the colorist role is kind of adapted and moved up from there.
You could say that about anything though. Like digital painting and inking has really moved on. Just artist work in general, like the actual artist rather than the colorist work as well, the line art. Like their workflow and their work has been revolutionised by the introduction of digital brushes. But there's so much that colour brings to something. There's so much storytelling that's lost if you take that away. And I don't think people realise a lot of the time.
Yeah. And similarly, a bad colorist on good inks is like...
The worst thing to have.
It's a tragedy.
It's like having a bad cleanup artist on your animation.
Yeah, or a bad in-betweener.
Yeah, you see the finished thing and you're just like, oh no! What did they do?
I think because I also paint, so that involves use of color and light. I like coloring with that. When it comes to like coloring comics, I really like the kind of almost subtle flat look to it. I think it's classy. Like I'm not a particular fan, and I wouldn't really want to do the kind of thing where you see in comic books where they've added everything has a kind of specularity to it to give it pop and contrast, and you kind of see that in I think people kind of start coloring comics thinking that's the approach. I'm not actively working against that. I just don't find it visually appealing. Like I very much prefer the kind of indie look of things like Saga, or which is more kind of flat color gradient, like subtle gradients and stuff. Like the work that Fiona Staples does on Saga is amazing. Or comics like Headlopper with Mike Spicer does the color for Headlopper, and they are sumptuous. Like he has such a range throughout the first book.
Very flat.
Yeah. And it just lets the line art sing. I find
it depends on the line art too though, doesn't it? Because for example with North, flat colours there worked, but you had to like dial them back a lot because of the pencil lines.
Yeah.
It's interesting too because Frostblight is another thing that you've done, and that's like the opposite of flat colours.
Yeah, although I do think that there's a lot of aspects of Frostblight where we kind of use this almost like pastels approach to some of it. But I noticed when we first did it that we used brack for problem memory.
Black?
Yeah, we used a lot of black, and as we're going through it now, I'm consciously trying to pull some of those blacks out of there, because I know when it goes to print,
it's going to be super dark.
It's going to be super dark, yeah, or it's going to it's not going to be as black or as it's not going to have the same feel as it does on an LCD screen. So if we kind of try and take out the K or the black in those colors, we'll be able to get. I think that's why North kind of made it through and printed out okay. So there wasn't a lot of black in that, but yeah, it's still
the printing
quite
was
dark.
Yeah, darker than we would have liked.
Yeah.
But that was like because we're still learning how to prepare comics for print.
So I'm trying to make our blacks all have a kind of underlying colour to them.
One of the best bits of advice I ever got was someone saying, when you want your blacks to look darker than they are and deeper, add a bit of the contrasting colour into the black. So for example, if you're colouring something blue and it's got a shadow on it, put some red into the black, and it makes the black look even deeper.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like, that revolutionised the way that I coloured. And I'm not a good colourist, but that's one thing that I do every single time. And it makes things look better.
Let's build strong drawings together. I think Ali and Alder are having a kind of like, colour's okay, but drawing's where it's at.
Well, I'll never be a colorist. Let's just put it that way. And I'll never be an inker. Like, my strength lies in fast, quick sketches.
It looks like there's a lot of kind of Sonic fallout on Twitter because of the Sonic Mania trailer. People are drawing Sonic.
It's about time people started drawing Sonic CD Sonic again.
He's just the best. There's no argument.
That design. So good.
Oh gosh.
What?
The artist that's contacting me is letting me know that the email that he sends in the morning is going to be long because he likes to get all the details out there instead of asking for revisions. And I'm just like,
Cool.
that's awesome. I would rather as much information about what he's looking for as possible.
Yeah, because you've got stuck a couple of times where you've been given a job and said, what kind of thing do you want? And they've said, just do what you like. And then you've got back to them with it and they've said, this isn't really what we had in mind.
Yeah. It's
Which
learning
is
the
always
ropes,
difficult. Yeah, it's like learning what to ask for as well. But I mean, that's why all this, like, these jobs are really good practice. Oh, Claire, I wish I could just lie in bed and draw. That'd be awesome. I'm just going to assume that wing is snapped out. In fact, I'm not. I'm going to...
So who your dog eat harder, Claire?
Aww. I wish we had a doggy to sit on us.
Let's see if this works.
What you doing?
I'm going to post what I'm currently painting into Restream and see if it comes up on your stream.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm super cool like that.
You are super cool.
Oh, it came up twice. I should stop putting it into... it came up 3 times. Yeah, look at my drawing. Isn't it cool?
3 drawings. Yeah. It might be good to stop it from... or to stop posting in Restream and just post in the chat itself. So what is everyone up to today?
Yeah. What you doing?
What's your plans? This happy Thursday. I might need to go for like a half an hour nap after this.
Okay. What time did you wake up this morning?
5?
Okay.
So I wasn't too bad. I was like half an hour off what my schedule is. But I've been super tired. Like I came back to bed at 6, I think. Oh no, at like 6:10.
Okay.
And then slept till 22. Well, I didn't even really sleep.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't your fault. I just couldn't. You weren't snoring or anything.
Okay.
Ooh, gonna watch facial acting again.
Is that like a tutorial video, or is it online? Like,
Or are you just studying a piece of animation you really love? Oh god, what is that face?
I don't know.
The fact that it's got such like a
Stumpy
large
eyes.
face and then tiny hands.
Wibbly arms.
Creepy. What's it holding? Are those its thumbs? So many questions. Oh, well that's just beautiful, Hardick. That's lovely. Hey Claire, that sounds like a great day. Apart from the room cleaning, but that's kind of like eating your veg before your pudding.
I feel like drawing Sonic.
Well, you could draw Sonic.
Okay.
One thing which would be really cool is if you could do something that you could sell as a print
Oh, okay.
at Thought Bubble or something.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we can start getting stuff together.
I could draw Sonic.
Yeah, you could. If you're happy to sell it, then that'd be awesome.
I love when I'm like you always keep telling me like you should just do what you want, like you should just say what you want to do, and then I'm like I feel like doing this, and it's like yeah, but you should really consider this.
Oh, I just meant whatever you do, it'd be good if we could sell it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean change what you do. I mean that's the point of do what you love, right? Is you're selling the stuff that you enjoy doing. That's the point.
Maybe it's my internal like response to
Yeah.
when you I don't know, I feel like when someone gives me advice, they're giving me advice because they're like wait, think about this, and you're more like yeah, cause you could do this, and you like yes anding it, and I'm like in my head I'm hearing it as a no but.
Yeah, no, I'm just like giving you the heads up that we're going to need stuff for Thought Bubble, so if you do something that you're happy with selling, that's even better. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Who got roasted?
I don't know, there's so many faces. Maybe I was roasted. I done got toasted. Hello.
Maybe that was Twitter tweets.
Don't know. I can have a look after I finish this wang. Or I could do the other wang.
You know what wang means, right?
Yeah, birds fly with them. They flap their wings. Mwah mwah, Otla. Mwah mwah. I hope that you have a nice snooze.
Maybe I should just continue with this. Girl painting. Yeah.
And then you would sleep with Doig and Swift. I would get jealous. Doig's not allowed. I must have you to myself.
What kind of sleeping are you talking about? And how did that come up?
I don't know, but I'm very happy it did. It's been on my mind for a while. Sorry, Doig. It's just not working out anymore.
What isn't, what are you?
I'm eloping with Aline. Going to go and live in France. And eat croissants!
Okay. That joke didn't land as much because I got another message at the same time.
That's fine. Is it from your comic artist? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I needed the burp.
Oh no. Good message?
Yeah.
As long as it's not June Fools.
Oh, it's cool.
Spending all this time messaging you, he should send you over the email.
Yeah, he's like, anyway, I'll get it into the email.
Send the email now.
Nah, he needs to sleep.
Put the juicy details. The ultimate April Fools is not done in April. That way they're not expecting that. Keep them guessing.
Oh, is that what that was? June Fools?
June Fools.
India's approach to life. Keep them guessing.
Keep them guessing.
Fuzzy likes Nightbot.
How was it killing zombies? It was really fun. Yeah, I got to channel my divinity right at them. I think there were 6 of them, and 4 of them ended up fleeing. 2 of them were immediately destroyed. The other 2 team members, like, they helped kill them, which was cool. And then we found some gunpowder, which I'm happy about. So now my little dwarf dude has gunpowder attached to his belt in a little barrel, and that means that I can put a hole in the barrel and run around and make a trail of gunpowder so that someone can then light on fire. That'll be fun. Yeah, we have a bedroom full of boxes.
It's interesting the way our flat is. There's internal locks on, like, key locks on the doors, I don't know why. But from the front door, there's another door that you can enter through that you can lock that goes into the living room. But to the left before that door is the bedroom. So it would be possible to like lock that door and have someone just living in the front part of our house.
Except they wouldn't have a kitchen or a bathroom.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a kitchen or a bathroom. Damn it. You thwarted my plan.
Thwarting your plans.
You thwarted my plans?
Thwarting your plans.
Are you?
Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know this enough to be able to do the bit with you.
Hey, what you doing? Nothing. You thwarted my plans? No. Are you? Yes.
It's a Dragon Ball abridged.
That's how it goes.
Oh my, this one line that I can't seem to get right. Do that. Do that. Bing bang bosh. The main thing is that my eraser's so big that every time I try to erase it, I erase everything and then just draw it again. I could reduce the size of my eraser, but that would involve me going over to the tools panel. It's all the way over there. Are you listening to me again?
I'm not listening to you. What did you say?
No. I didn't mean that. I meant I could hear a voice on your headphone.
Oh.
And it sounded like me.
I don't know which one of you think is you, whether you're Vegeta or Gohan, but...
Oh, okay, no.
Okay.
You were listening to Abridged. It sounded like... I thought it sounded like you were listening to an episode of us or something, so...
No, I was seeing whether... That's one of my favourite moments in the Dragon Ball Abridged.
Cool.
I love it when Abridged series just become more entertaining and more fun to watch than the actual series.
Wait a second, did I read that right? Aline started drawing at 25.
What?
Aline, you are ridiculously good for someone who hasn't been drawing all that long.
What?
You're crazy good. That's crazy.
It's because she's French.
I think maybe it goes to show you that doing stuff other than drawing is important too. Because I feel like maybe one of the reasons that Aline is so good at drawing is because she's like studied other things.
Yeah.
And that informs her knowledge about what she's drawing. Whereas people who sit and just draw obsessively like me, we may be missing some of the foundations of knowledge. I don't know, that's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. Either that or you are just a miracle baby.
She dreamt about drawing for a long time.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
The artist Brom, him and his wife, like I don't know if do you know Brom?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a really cool fantasy artist type dude, and both he and his wife paint, and they had a kid together. So the wife chose to stop painting in order to raise the kid, which I thought was like okay, but maybe you could not stop altogether. I don't know, but as the story goes, she stopped painting to raise the kid, and then after like years of like raising the kid, she went back to painting, and when she started painting again, she was better at painting than she had been before she stopped.
That's amazing.
Like, I don't know if it was just she'd been around art and painting and her husband was painting and stuff the whole time, so she was still learning without practice. But when she came to like start painting again, her paintings had improved.
Art is such a mystery. Also, dude, Samantha Youssef taught you? I effing love Samantha Youssef. Was it like a short course, or what? You know, what teaching was she doing with you? Because I need to get me some of that. I'm currently waiting for her animation classes to open again, but because she just published a book, she hasn't been doing classes for a while. But I did a 3-day course with her, and it like leveled up my drawing so much in 3 days.
Yeah, it was palpable.
I mean, like we keep talking about her, and you keep forgetting. This is probably true. I have a really bad memory. But at least life is always a surprise for me. Every time I hear it, it's like hearing it for the first time.
Always look on the bright side of memory.
You'll have to tell me again. Which course was it you did with her?
Even if you did remember, it's fascinating to hear it, like for everyone else to hear.
That's true. Let's assume that I'm doing that on purpose.
Okay. She opened her studio in Montreal just when I was like, oh, I have a salary now, I could try drawing lessons. And then I did a class with her every week for 3 years.
Holy poopsicles! I'm jealous and super impressed at the same time. That's amazing. Have you seen her since, Celine? You should like get in contact and you guys have like a good old natter.
At first it was really cheap because she was starting out. Oh.
That's amazing. Oh wow. Incredible. Samantha Youssef is a bonkers good teacher in terms of critiques. Yeah. That's awesome though. Such a good grounding. I mean, it only worked because you put in so much hard work yourself. That's amazing. I really hope that she opens her classes again soon.
She's really lovely. Like,
she's so nice.
When you told her that you were going to Montreal, or you were going to Canada, she was like, let's meet up. And I remember that meeting, and you were just like chomping at the bit to talk to her about art and animation. And she just kept giving you like a tourist guide to like Montreal, and you're just like, yeah, that's really cool, but I want to talk about art and animation with you.
Oh, we got into it in the end.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I'd forgotten about that.
Really?
Not about meeting her. I'd forgotten that like she'd started off talking about like where we should go and see in Montreal. And I was like, but art.
But drawing. Oh, that sounds like a nice place to eat, but animation. She was super nice. She is super nice, not was, but the meeting was.
You should give her an email or something, Aline, touch base. She's in London now, as far as I know.
Did she make? Okay, she made it over to London.
Well, when we spoke to her at CTN last year, she said she was in London.
Oh, cool.
Because her boyfriend got a job there. And I think she's doing like consultation with people. Like draw-overs on their phones and stuff. In Cinesight or something similar.
There's trains between Paris and London, Aline, for pretty cheaps. Just saying.
I'd be sad if Aline went to London that I couldn't meet her. But it would be awesome for you to like see Samantha Youssef again. She's like, she's the sweetest person. She seems super scared to give critiques, but her critiques are super on point. If anyone gets a chance to do one of Samantha Youssef's classes, like I don't think anyone else had such a big impact on my art in such a short amount of time. So I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, Melon. Samantha Youssef is a really good. I guess she taught figure drawing and character posing and stuff.
Yeah, she's an animator. She used to work at Disney. And now I think she freelances and does consultation for people. Thank you, Karma. Karma Animation is that? It's on top of the chat, so I can't read it too well.
Oh, cool.
We should move that somewhere where we can see it better. Maybe you could move it so it appears where the text is just above animation streaming weekday morns.
You'll have to move it. It's on your OBS.
Oh, you're right. Oh. I forget these things. Okay. I'm moving it now. That should be better.
Let's see.
Hello, Karma Animation. Thank you so much for subscribe. How's it going?
Hello. Let's see. Repeat. That better?
Yeah, I can't reposition it very well, but I am repositioning it. It's fine where it is. That's fine. Cool.
Subscriber dance.
It's called Carcos. I'm learning everyone's real names. I think Melon's called Noah. I saw on Twitter. Ooh.
Really? You scooping?
I'm not scooping.
You scoop pooping?
I'm not a scooper pooping.
Mm. You just got exclamation points back for that, I think.
Hehehe.
Oh, it's a reunion.
Yeah.
A reunion.
This animation stream should be called Old Friends, because this seems to be the subject of the day. I don't forgot about the inking again. Let me get some of that clean line back if I can. Carcos is a very cool name.
It is. It is.
It is. Money is such a wonderful thing. It is. Tom and Jerry movie coming at you.
Yeah, I thought so. You like triggered a deep memory there.
That's the best song, innit? Money is such a wonderful thing. It is. Can you believe the Tom and Jerry movie was about rescuing a little girl? It's a weird subject for a Tom and Jerry movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess it kind of feels like they were trying to use the format of maybe The Rescuers or something.
Yeah, but that's weird because Tom and Jerry was never that sincere. It was always tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense than to be defeating an evil scientist or something, or
Is there not a Tom and Jerry where they're Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, we have it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the entire thing all the
Yeah,
way through, but so far it's great.
I think you just got super excited by like winged
No,
steampunk things.
oh my goodness, no regrets. No regrets. I need to finish watching that. There are cat villains in it, and they're steampunk cats with rockets on their backs, and they fly around. And it's suitably ridiculous. Except none of the Tom and Jerry comedy lands right.
Yeah.
It's really weird to watch. It's a weird experience to see Tom and Jerry, and just like the comedy just
Doesn't land.
just doesn't work
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe that's a good thing to like try and
to study.
study and compare. Like,
I think it's a lot to do with the timing, but I don't know. I can wonder who animated it. I don't think it was the same animators who did the series, so yeah, the original series.
no, we're not talking about Basil. No, Basil is amazing.
Patrick's right about our terrible grammar too. None of the comedy doesn't land.
Our grammar,
Words.
our pronouns. You.
I love Basil though. Basil the Great Mouse Detective is brilliant. That's a great movie. We have a Discord for people talking about awesome animation and practicing animation, and we all push each other to get better and just goof out about animation in general and art also in general. Aline has all the power.
You can see behind the scenes.
Welcome to our community. Yeah. I think the rooms are pretty self-explanatory, except for the trash spot junkyard or whatever it's called, which is where we're trying to train the robot that Mike found in an alleyway the other day to be useful. I have a condition where if Mike can train to be useful, we can keep him. If he can't train to be useful, then I'm gonna like kick the thing out because it's expensive to pay for its repairs and stuff. So I think there's like a joint effort from people to try and turn Trash Point into something vaguely usable. So that's what that is.
Yep. We're teaching him about art and animation.
Look, there he is. That's Trashbot. He's that's actually fairly helpful, Trashbot. Yeah, Aline's right. Burn it with fire. Now don't push it, Trashbot. You can never tell what he's thinking. Maybe Mike will build him a pair at some point. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Utterly useless. Don't get attached is all I'm saying.
I think
What's up?
Aline sent a link, but not an invite link.
Oh, okay.
So, one moment.
Yeah, I think that might be clearer, Melon. I think you've got a point. Or the Trashbot Re-Education Centre.
Cool. Got it.
Caught him! I do agree with Melon that I think the name of the Trashbot dumpster should be changed to something more obvious.
Okay. Trashbot Rehabilitation Center.
That sounds good.
Trashbot Rehab.
Rehab makes it sound like he's coming off some kind of addiction. I prefer Rehabilitation Centre. Hardick, you're oddly satisfied with the timing you've laid down for this animation. Can you show us? You can put it in the Discord if you want and I'll bring it up. Because that makes me super curious.
He must be doing something wrong if he's satisfied with it.
He is addicted to being rubbish. He's addicted to emulating trash. Maybe that's what it was. He just did such a good impression of trash that he got chucked out. At least he started responding to people more. Doesn't seem to be napping as much as he was yesterday, which is a boon.
Yeah, I think he's settling.
Awake. That's the most we can say for him. He's at least awake.
He's settling into his motion.
Oh, is he? And what is his motion?
Forward.
Back to the dumpster. He's going to have to start being a more active member of the community if he wants to stick around here. There was a bloopity bloop.
There was a bloopity bloop.
There was a bloopity bloop. Indy mentioned napping. Riley Rookie! Thank you, Riley Rookie!
Yay!
That's an awesome name. Rookie!
Rookie-o!
Thank you very much for subscribing, if you are watching the stream. If not, we hope that you feel our thanks somewhere. Melon says Indy mentioned napping and I'm instantly tired. And it's nearly 2 AM. I think the fact that it's nearly 2 AM probably has more to do with your tiredness than me mentioning napping. I think you should probably go to sleep. I mean, obviously we want you to hang out, but, you know. Hey, Riley Rookie's in the chat.
Ooh.
Hey, dude, how are you? Hello, hello. You should, we want you to hang out, but we don't want to make you super tired. I think I may have done goofed there a little bit.
Gosh.
Gosh, Max. What was? Oh, that was terrible, Mike. What was that?
I've never done that before. I don't know.
Yuck.
Yuck.
I mean, mine's not very good either. But
Gosh.
gosh.
Okay, weekend-early challenge this weekend coming up is you need to record yourself
No, it's not. No, it's not. This has nothing to do
With
with
it-
animation.
with goofy impressions.
No.
I'll give you all a Google Drive link. Submit your MP3s
No.
and
No.
gosh, Max.
We're doing okay, thanks, Riley. What time is it where you are? It's 8:45 a.m. here. It's early mornings.
Yeah, this is our morning stream. So India from 7 until 9 a.m. British Standard Time. Kind of does a warm-up animation before our day starts. So yeah, welcome to join us. She's working on a for fun animation of a character called Swift at the moment, and
No relation to me.
no relation to her.
I just think Swifts are cool.
Yeah, it's a bird. It's from a comic that she created for Inktober in 2015.
Mhm.
2015? Yeah. Story of Raven and Swift, which you can read on our comics fantastic page, and maybe
If you're interested.
if you're interested,
No pressure.
maybe Trashbot can tell you where to find that. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Trashbot.
There's a reason it's called Trashbot.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. You win this round, Trashbot. It was something I did for Inktober though, so I always worry that the storytelling isn't the best because I didn't have much time to plan it out. I was kind of winging it there, pun intended.
Pun intended.
Yeah, so sorry if the story isn't brilliant. But it was by
Oh.
Inktober.
Night, Melon. Sleep well.
Good night, Melon. Shala.
Da da na na la. Yeah, every time it's that Dragon Ball song.
We'll catch you soon, Melon. Have sweet winter melon dreams.
Dream, dream, dream of adventure.
Beautiful. Oh, it's like the Hook song. Dream, dream, dream of adventure. I might put the Hook soundtrack on, just to give me the feels. Just to be clear to newcomers, this isn't the Hook soundtrack, this is Michael doing pianos. Many pianos simultaneously.
Yeah, they all have one key. I've tuned them all. They're in a big circle around me.
Acrobatics across them are the only way he can play. Oh, Hardik, you can't export a GIF from Toon Boom. You have to import it into Premiere or some other GIF making program. Or you could save the frames out and import them into Photoshop. And then make a GIF from there.
Ah.
comic and more just an illustrated story. I kind of gave myself the challenge because I wanted to do it via Twitter, that for every image I could have a sentence, but it couldn't be longer than a tweet was able to be. So it's essentially like one image per page and then a descriptive line of what's happening. So it's kind of less a comic, more a storybook.
I tried to write a theme for this Raven Swift comic. I never quite got Raven's part to it. And it's partially one for Swifty, but it goes like yeah. Oh, just got a do in my ear. No, wait. Ravens would be kind of a deeper
Stormy Thunderbolt Dragon. There were good drawings and there were bad drawings in it, suffice to say. There's some stinkers in there where I'm like, eee, I really don't want to put this up. But it's the day that I'm meant to put it up and I don't have time to redo it, so it's going to have to go up. Like, I suppose it's a good exercise in Inktober and making you let go of things that aren't necessarily perfect. So, I'm sorry for the drawings that you come across that are not very good. But I'm glad you like him, thank you. Your game is strong, Galeen. Your game is already strong. I mean, I'm not going to stop you from stepping up because, I mean, that's what we're all trying to do every day, right? But yeah, I have no concerns whatsoever about your game, Galeen. I'm 100% sure you can do something a bazillion times better than what I did for that Inktober. But it was fun to practice composition, like storytelling through composition. That was the first time I'd really actively tried to think about it. So that was fun and hard. Like trying to get a feeling through the way that you compose the image is something I'm still trying to. Well, I always will be, but in particular at the minute I'm trying to work on getting that better.
India used traditional inks, and then she would bring them into Photoshop and add
a colour overlay.
Some colour overlays, yeah.
So you can probably see a lot of them have like purpley to orange gradients on them, but it was a brush pen. Other than that, yeah, exactly. It was a dip pen and a brush pen.
I think you did them all in one notebook as well.
Yeah, it was a crow quill and a dip pen, and then I would take it into Photoshop, and for bits where I'd like just screwed up a face or like put a big brush stroke over something, I could fix that, and then I didn't want to spend a lot of time in Photoshop tweaking them. I wanted them to stay mostly traditional. So what I did was essentially put whites behind some things to make them stand out a bit more, and put gradients on things. A bit like here actually, like things just work better when you put whites behind them, like something to make them stand out from the background.
I think one of my favourite pages in it is the one where you have Raven like upside down, like caught.
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
I think it's an incredible composition on that page.
Thanks. To be honest, my favourite composition in the entire thing, because there's a lot of them which I think are really awful, but my favourite composition in the entire thing is the one where Raven's in the forest and the camera's just, it's like just a normal shot, but the camera's slightly tilted to the left.
Oh, okay.
Or the right. Just because I think that got the feeling of dizziness and disorientation across. Because every time I look at that page it makes me feel dizzy, and that makes me super happy, because that's actually for once what I was trying to do. Like something I was trying to do happened.
That's awesome.
Which is a good feeling. Like most of the time if things come out well, I'm not exactly sure what it was I've done. Like it feels more like luck. So it was a really nice feeling, and a big thing for me to have something work out deliberately.
Yeah.
His anticipation. She's about to shoot off, I think, into the sky. So I'm going to have a couple of friends' anticipation.
Are you remembering to ink?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. The inking is much rougher than
cool.
it was in the beginning. I'm going to put some white behind it. Because that makes a big difference.
Oh my god, Melon. Not Melon Hardick, sorry, I was thinking about Melon just there.
Why? Always thinking about melon. What is it?
Hardick has put his like roughs. And the reason I'm oh my godding is like, I don't know if you guys ever did this when you were in a car, but as you were passing the car and you're looking at the landscape and something's like going past really fast.
Yes, I did that. Yes, you imagine someone running.
You
right?
imagine someone running alongside the car and
jumping off things.
And jumping off things.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog for me.
It was Sonic for me as well.
Oh my god!
And Hardick's like animated Sonic like jumping across lampposts.
That's oh!
Ah!
I used to do that in a car. Like I would just be like imagining Sonic jumping off the rooftops and jumping off everything and like running past the car backwards, and then he'd like run past the car forwards. It was so much fun. I'm gonna go and have a look at this. Let's see. I had no clue what streamer mode is, but it keeps telling me it's in it.
Oh, that means that you could
it.
bring the Discord up onto the thing and it won't show details that you don't want shown.
Let's have a look. Aha! Oh, it's opened over here. 1 sec.
Aha!
Aha!
That's really cool. I like it.
Nice, dude!
Wow.
This is so long too. Have you timed out the bit where he goes down the lamppost yet? Because that bit looks like you haven't like completely timed that out. I think it's a little bit slow at the bottom there, but I think you probably just haven't timed that.
The jumping across the lamppost though feels really good.
That's what I was going to say. Like this first bit, the beginning bit here, especially that second jump and that third jump, they feel really good. Oh, it's so awesome. Every single time you post something Hardick, like it's getting better and better and better. Really, really nice job so far. I can't wait to see this thing finished. Okay, cool. I'll wait and see what happens then. I'll wait till I see the tie downs a little bit more before giving you advice on that, because it might work fine. Yeah, it's awesome, right? Growing so fast. Gotta grow fast, Hardik.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta grow fast. It's great though. Like, especially the lamppost jumping is really cool. And nice job on the background and everything. You had a good point. I don't think I got to it yesterday. About how you felt like you were missing out on practicing drawing perspective if you got a background from online. Yeah, that's very true. But I like the background you've chosen is cool. Also, I like your file name. It's like one of my file names. As fast. It's called I can't be bothered to name this, so I'm just gonna mash my fingers against the keyboard.
It's true secret to file organization.
It's what?
Mash.
And then make a trash folder and just put everything in it. But what I do is I have a desktop folder, and when my desktop gets too full, I put everything on the desktop into the desktop folder. The problem being that then there are desktop folders within desktop folders, just nested within one another. So there'll be a desktop folder with a desktop on it with a desktop folder in it, which will have another desktop in it, which will have another desktop folder in it.
Desktops all the way down.
It is desktops all the way down. I don't know how deep it goes anymore. I stopped checking, you know. I don't want to know.
Although, to be fair, it's just this one folder to search.
Hardik literally just said, at least I don't save my files on my desktop. Oh, it's true. Everything I own is on the desktop, just all over the place.
Everything you want is I can't think of a thing.
Sorry?
I was trying to sing.
Oh, you're doing very well.
No. I couldn't even come up with the first sort of line. Jeez.
Aline!
India.
Aline. Oh, thanks. I did make up the story as I went. I wasn't sure how it was going to end, and towards the end of it I was like, this doesn't feel like it should have a happy end. Like, I don't, sorry spoilers, not that anyone really cares, but I was like, it doesn't really feel like they should get back together in terms of like both being in the sky, because it feels like Raven's kind of found a nice place now that he feels like he belongs. So I wanted to have a more realistic ending than just everything being resolved. So I tried that. I had a rough idea in my head, but I kind of made it up as I went along, which is why the pacing might feel a bit weird. It's because I think sometimes I spent too much time on some things and not enough time on others. But I'm really glad you liked it, thank you. And I'm sorry that it's so soppy. I don't know why it came out so sentimental and soppy, but it did.
Fun fact, you were kind of concepting that story a bit while we were in Paris.
Yeah, that's true. Was I?
It was a lot more elaborate, but yeah. Because I have this memory of discussing there being sort of these shadowmancers
yes.
that were going to try and catch Raven because he would be valuable.
He gets grounded, and as he gets grounded he starts becoming more and more human, which kind of makes it into this one a little bit.
Yeah.
But in the big full version it was going to be because bits of his shadow are being stolen by these shadow peddlers who steal people's shadows, and the shadows kind of contain the essence of that person, and as they steal more and more of the shadow, the person forgets who they are a bit more and more. It was a whole big like comic idea, But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do like a really, really short condensed version of it for Inktober rather than a full comic.
You hit L like that as well. She like was reading. I think she read your the comics on Tapastic back to back.
Oh, but Frostlight's also like Frostlight's also really soppy.
Yeah, so you should probably read them in chronological order, where it's like Frostbite, then Raven and Swift, and then North.
The weird thing is that me and Mike are really goofy, non-soppy people, really. So it's interesting that our comics always come out super sentimental. Or at least the two which we've done on Tapastic are. Like, I sometimes get a little bit self-conscious about how sentimental they are. But yeah, I think we are hoping to sell the new Frostbite online. Like the hardback version. And we do ship internationally, which is cool.
Yeah, the cost of it should cover postage.
But that also makes us sad because it means that all our stuff online is like way more expensive than I feel like it should be.
Yeah.
Because we have to cover the shipping, and the shipping is like as much as I would expect to pay for it by itself. So it makes me sad that they're so expensive. I'd always much rather, like, if people are around when we go to festivals and stuff, they can come and say hi, and then we can give them the stuff at the base price without it needing to have shipping added on. That's interesting. Aline says it's the same for her, like the way that she lives and how she writes is pretty different. That's really interesting, isn't it? Like, I never anticipated my comics being sentimental, but it's kind of happened twice in a row now. Like, I was expecting much more comedy from myself. But it does feel bad when you, like, have a comic that you think should probably be about €4 and then the shipping is €4 and you're like, oh my god, altogether this is like €8 for this one 8-page thing. It feels way too much. They should bring the shipping prices down so I don't have to charge as much. So I'll be wrapping up in a couple of minutes, but I'm just going to put these white lines behind because it really helps me to see what it is I've actually animated. Like, just having this white background is so helpful. Hey Paul! I like how Paul's also a mod.
Yeah, well, I think last time he was in the chat, he was talking a fair bit about his character design group, so I made him a mod so that he didn't have to
Nice, yeah.
stop talking about it.
Good plan. How are you doing, Paul? Also, thanks, Hardy. It makes me feel better that people are like just, well, the shipping charge is the shipping charge. But yeah, Aline, it would be great to be able to just cut out the middleman and charge like base for things.
Even Paul is a mod.
How's it going, Paul? I can't wait for Aline's lecture on perspective. Couple of weeks. It's gonna happen. Is Amy's lecture on this week? Do you know?
What's Amy doing it on? Is it props?
Yeah, I think she's doing props. How's the portfolio going? That's Paul. He's just mentioned portfolios.
You must have some sort of soothing voice for Claire because she fell asleep again.
Don't fall asleep, Claire. Wake up. It's a beautiful day.
Are you speaking whale?
I was trying to be soothing, but I think it just sounds kind of creepy.
You sound like Dory speaking whale.
Oh, Claire, go to sleep. Cool. Wait, portfolio ready for what? Are we meant to be preparing for portfolios for something?
I think Paul is just doing his own portfolio.
Okay, so Liam was like, I'm behind on preparing that. I'll try to be ready.
Preparing her talk on perspective.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Yes, I'm on board now. I was like, were we meant to be presenting portfolios to each other?
I have a portfolio.
I put together a new reel for myself.
That's true.
It has no commercial work on it.
That's also true.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad move.
It's all 2D. I'm on your reel. I'm on your reel.
Here you are.
No, I am.
Push it real good.
Sergeant is... yes. I love the way Sergeant paints.
Ah! Sergeantin!
I was described to find. I was surprised to find that Dublin had a sergeant in their gallery. A good one. I took a picture. It was good.
Yeah. We need to see more galleries around Ireland, I think. Considering we live here, we should probably see more than we have. Apparently there's a place near Boulder where it's like a museum and it has lots of animal skeletons in it. And it's free to go into. And we haven't been yet. Like, that's exactly the kind of thing we should be going to.
Yes. That would be amazing.
It could be great Glum inspiration.
Great. Oh, Glum, yeah. Yeah, because if you can get a kind of skeletal feel or form to some of them, then I think that'll increase the... What?
Sometimes there are gaps, and it helps to turn off the line art so I can actually see them.
Oh, those are her legs. Okay.
Otherwise, it's really hard to see where the gaps are, and I end up going over my line art like a bazillion times and not finding them.
She's so beautiful, Swifty.
They're beautiful.
You're so beautiful. Every time.
Beautiful.
Every time that I give, like, India, like, a genuine, like, I'll just catch her eye, or I'll just be like, oh, you look nice. I'll give her a compliment. She'll just give me this kind of shit-eating, dumbass expression. Like, she'll just contort her face, like some sort of grizzled old man turtle. And, like, just be like, thanks.
Am I brave?
Like, every time.
I like smushing my face into my neck and then doing a weird smile. It's my favourite. You love it. You find it attractive.
Faye don't give her money to go to London.
Send a Lean to London fund. Where could the gap be? Maybe it's this.
It's so pretty.
so cute, I'm gonna die.
It's so fluffy.
Oh, that's the one.
Did she say I'm gonna die?
Yeah. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. Which is good writing. Genuinely what a kid would say. I wonder whether they just had the kids like improv stuff. Did they use real kids for those voices, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, especially for, is it Agatha? The littlest one?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm
the
assuming
names.
they used proper kids for them because they're really convincing.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, hey Nikita, how's it going?
Hey Nikita! How are you? Well, I wouldn't take my advice too heavily on this one, Hardik, because if you're going to be, like if you have in your head what you're doing, then I'd say just go with that, and then I'll let you know if I still see a problem with it. Because I wouldn't want to give you feedback on something where you have a very strong vision for it and I'm not like seeing that, and then I kind of ruin the timing you've set up for it. Like it could be really, really awesome, so I don't want to cramp your style just
I love
yet.
that arc at the end where he kind of shoots off to the right, and then you can follow the motion right. That's nice.
Yeah.
You're doing it, Hardik. You're doing it.
See, what I'd really like to do is to be able to take some of these animations I've done in the morning and to find a place that prints flip books and to be able to print them up as flip books that I can then like sell for a couple of pounds to people. But I can't find anywhere which prints flip books unless they're for like $13 or $15 per flip book, which means in order for me to get 100 it would be like £1,500, which is just way too much.
Apparently we have incomprehensible English.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry!
Sometimes we say things that aren't words.
I garbles. I mean, English is, I think my voice isn't the easiest thing to understand to other English people, so I'm sorry. It must be even worse for you. We have a little bit more added on to the end now, which is fun. My eye keeps getting caught by that, so I'm gonna get rid of that. There we are. It's fun to chill out with some animation that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly on the leg during this part, but I can deal with it considering it's nothing that needs to be perfect. It's just funsies.
I like it.
Oh, thanks, dude. So yeah, that's me done for the stream this morning. time I go and have my half an hour nap and then get to work.
Okay. Pass me the stream then, and then I'll continue painting for.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, briny flying is really fun to animate.
While you nap them.
Maybe that's something I should do for this weekend's challenge. I'm still thinking of something because I know Hardik wants to do some action.
I guess he's kind of doing it with his.
With his Sonic, yeah. But I'll keep thinking. If you guys have suggestions or things you'd like to do, feel free to let me know. Anywho, I'm gonna go.
Actually, no. Like, you should just keep it to the animation thing.
Well,
So.
you could start a new stream.
Yeah, but then I'll end up going. It was just to like tail off the hour that you were gonna nap. But
Well, you could do that if you wanted. Like, I'm fine with you doing that. It's only like half an hour. It's because yesterday I was assuming you were gonna do like a 2.5 hour stream,
right.
and I figured that probably deserved its own video so people could find it.
Gotcha.
So it's up to you if you'd like to take over the stream, or if you prefer just to end it. I think there will be a stream tonight.
Older?
I don't know. That was a question.
I was kind of trying to aim for a Monday, Wednesday.
Oh, you're right. You said that to me.
But if there's call for a stream, like, I don't know what else is happening. It's Thursday, isn't it?
Mhm.
I think Kevin will be streaming at some point today.
Yeah, we were trying to avoid Kevin's streams.
Not avoid them, we're trying not to overlap them.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. So we can go and see them,
Yeah.
and we're not like competing for the same like group of people in our ABC group. Like, it seems cooler to stream on days when he's not streaming, so we can like attend. We're still figuring it out ourselves. What we're doing.
Yeah, we're at least consistent with your streams in the morning. So.
Alright, so do you want to take it or?
Yeah, let me just take it and then I'll round it out.
Okay, awesome. Well, I might catch you guys in half an hour then when I come back in. I will catch you guys soon, if not in half an hour, in like the rest of the day. You have fun with Doigles as he does some digital painting.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready and I will switch over to you.
Okay, I believe I'm ready now.
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
Is that working?
I believe that's working.
Cool. Alright, I'm off to have a long napper.
Thanks, Hardik. Have a good nap.
I will, thanks. Set my alarm for 10.
Great stream. Like, the animations looking super cool.
Thanks, it's been fun.
Oh yeah, Hardik. You probably don't. Yeah, I usually stream in the evening, so Hardik's usually asleep. This is my streams. So yeah, on the stream from last night, at the end when Swifty was like, "I'm gonna go to sleep now," I'm like, I could go to sleep, or I could do a really quick warm down painting, and this is what came out of my head. Oh, that is very true. Yeah, the stream from last night has been just fully blocked by the songs that were being played. So I'll hopefully download that and time lapse it or something. Like, I might resubmit that with some of the songs taken out. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I remember saying like, "Oh, you're not worried about copyright," and I'm like, "Oh no, they can monetize if they want." I did kind of like the music, but sometimes the music was loud. Okay, yeah, we'll need to figure out the balancing. it's cool though. Like, I don't mind having the you had to be there streams. I guess it just looks for waveforms, Fitzy, Claire. Like, it'll probably just read the patterns and be like, yep, this one matches that one. They have a tool though, like if it does happen, if you've streamed for under 2 hours, then you can use the tool to remove it, but if you go longer like I do, then yeah. Poor robots. So yeah, I guess it's episodes groove music bot master run bot, the true face of Caitlin. But also, yeah, thank you about what you were saying about the color palette on this. I'm quite feeling the kind of blue and orange tone to it. There's music playing, but you might not be able to hear it. He's a kind of fun interactive aside to the streams, something to play with in the chat. For this one, I kind of had the color, the blue color on my brush already, and then I laid down some reds, and I thought, it might be cool to add in like a sort of really vibrant orange, and it kind of turned into a hair shape. So it was reactionary, but then I wanted to make sure that the skin tone kind of felt cold as well. So a lot of picking a palette is finding colors that resonate well with one another. And that's usually, if you're looking at the color wheel, people tend to use either complementaries or split complementaries, where you'll have like a green on one side. I wish I had the color. Does this have a color wheel? Do you have a color wheel? No. Yeah, and you'll have your I guess it's just seeing how different colors read against one another, because picking colors in isolation never really works. Don't know what I'm doing with this swatch here. I was just trying to think of complementary color schemes, but I ended up making a lollipop. But for this one, yeah, the background is a very desaturated kind of blue-gray. So it means that this orange is really going to pop against it. And I wanted that kind of almost clashing, but not clashing to the point that you have super saturated, like, my eyes. Because you can just like push it too far. But it's weird, after I've just done that, coming back to here, this feels quite muted. But yeah, if you want to ask me anything about color, it's a lot of it is I wouldn't say intuition for me, but like I like to feel out color. I don't have this kind of any set rules that I'm following, and if I do, then they're subconscious. Like, but now knows 79 commands. I love you guys. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah. If I take the colors out of their context, that's what I'm working with. Yeah, tea and biscuits are an important subject matter for any robot to understand. Take care, Karma. Thanks for joining us today. Hope to see your work and things. I'll probably check out if you have a channel or something after the stream. Yeah, Aline, I was looking into whether if this then that can hook into Patreons. Like, if you post on Patreon, can it spread it out? And I haven't figured a way out yet, but I'm sure there will be one. I don't think if this then that has a native Patreon bunch of tools. But I was learning about webhooks last night, and you can kind of you can use Discord, webhooks from Discord and stuff like that. That's what I was looking into. I mean, probably Patreon can share it.
See you later, Hardik. Have a great day. Yeah, we want to make a Patreon where there's no locked posts. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of it like open source Patreon, where all the content, all the tools are free. And people can donate if they want to. It might work, it might not work. I want to try it. Oh, hey Mark. How's it going, dude? Swifty has went for a quick power nap. So she handed the stream off to me. We usually get done by 9, but I was painting this and I wanted to keep going with it for a little bit. So usually she's away chirping in the background or in the foreground if she's streaming, but she's all snoozing. So I'm just doing a kind of warm-up painting, as they call it. Them kids call them these days. How's things going with you? Sorry we had to I think the last time I saw you we were passing on the bus stops or something. Claire, Mark is an animation lead at Boulder, and Claire recently did an art test for Boulder, and I think she's got the gerb. So you're probably at least in the same company, maybe not same building. Yeah, it was cool, man. I am going to jump out of this, and I'm going to listen to I think Boulder has currently one building, but there's 2 main entrances, and they're separated. So there's teaching is a fun experience, Claire. Like, it kind of, it causes you to kind of research a bit into what you think you know, and discover aspects to it that you may have not necessarily known before. Remember, like, the definition of a lecturer is just someone who can pass information. They don't necessarily need to know it themselves. Smiley face. So I want to be making sure that oh, do I? I was going to say making sure some of the orange of the hair is kind of bouncing that colour into the skin, but I kind of like this cold edge. Maybe you could get some of it here? Just a little bit. The anatomy of the hot dud. Ali, I definitely need to learn about costumes and folds and all that. Or create a comic where everyone is naked. That is a good compromise.
Yeah, Claire, go start your day. And good luck with your gaming stream. Well, the gaming recording today. Hope you have fun. Cause yeah, Claire's gonna be trying to do. I'm gonna be making a YouTube channel for gameplays potentially. I think she was gonna call it Turtle Gaming, Turtle Gamer. It's for you relaxed, slow-paced gamers out there that want to take their time and really enjoy the pace of a well-enjoyed game. You realise though, Claire, that if you do a gaming stream called Turtle Gamers, you're going to need to do a very slow and thoughtful delivery of your dialogue. People are going to be expecting very chill. You should link Croquet Cafe into the chat, Aline. I mean, I could search it, but use a mod now. You should use your moddy powers for good, not evil. I think I'll cook myself some sausages for breakfast. Oh man, I gave her Hulk eyes. No, 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 no. I don't know about you guys, but like whenever I add the eyes to a painting too soon, I kind of usually leave them because they just start to like become I don't know, they start to exist more in my head. and therefore I feel like self-conscious when I'm painting them. So I tend to like rough in the eyes and then leave them kind of like in this stage. And as soon as I was like adding pupils and stuff there, I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's like going to the zoo and seeing a gorilla and they're just kind of looking at you. That gives me the same heebie-jeebies. Good night, Bob. Let's just bring back those eyes. think one of my favorite things to paint is like hair that looks almost ghostly smoky. I don't know, she kind of looks like she's maybe underwater. Maybe I'm absent-mindedly painting a mermaid. She's not meant to be a mermaid. But yeah, sometimes when I've kind of got to this stage in a painting, I'll throw in a colour balance over the top. And if you've got, well, I think what I was actually meaning was a hue saturation. If you switch the hues, then you've got that colour relationship between your colours and your piece. I think there's not really going to be one that's satisfactory from where it was. Just because it's skin tones. Interesting. Like I could take it a little pink or purplier, but I tend to always do that. Do the subtle shift. But yeah, color balancing. It's often better to, like, if you have a very specific thing in mind, to shift toward that. And you can use reference as well. I mean, let's say I wanted her, what would I do if I wanted her under, like, a midday? A midday setting. The lighting would probably be slightly warmer, but the shadows slightly more blue. It's tricky because I haven't really painted her with any particular lighting on her yet. But she looks like she's from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, this here is a gamma more. Is it gamma? Yeah, this little box is like, oh, you might be pushing it too far. I don't actually honestly understand it. And you can intentionally use it sometimes, but yeah, if I were to throw that tone down into the painting, it's like you can still use this. This can be used for let's Google it. Let's discover it together. Yeah, there you go. I think it is to do with printing. Yeah, so if I were using this in a painting, well, I think if we go to yeah, there you go. If we turn gamma warning on in the view, it'll show you areas where it's just like, no. I think that's a technical gamma. And let me see if I've got the color and light book next to me here. So let's flip to the right one. Yeah, carrot and gamma masks. If you can describe a colour scheme by drawing the gamma shape on top of a colour wheel, why not cut a mask of that shape out on a separate piece of paper or plastic? And then you can slide it around on top of your colour wheel to generate new schemes. Oh wait, the previous page actually teaches you about what a gamma is. The entire group of possible colours for a given painting is called the gamut. Gamut? It's spelled G-A-M-U-T, and it's shown as a polygon superimposed over the colour wheel. Good colour comes not just from what you include in the composition, but also what you leave out of it. So, yeah, when I try and think about or talk about a harmonious colour palette, it's one in which has more of a narrow a narrower gamut, so that the piece together feels like it's sitting together. I kind of like how fiery that's become. I'll drop it down, but I'll keep a little bit of the intensity. So if I were to suddenly be like, yeah, I totally want like a green in there. Like, oh, maybe she has green eyes, and I'm like, that's just gonna not sit well, because it's probably like way out of the gamut. But if I use the same kind of hue but drop the saturation, it's gonna sit in there nicer. It's still gonna look a little bit more out of place because it's not it's creating contrast through the rest of the piece because it's a different hue from everything else. It's like if these are hanging out here, it's like way over here being like, hey guys, can I join the party? And they're like, well, if I initially he would have come in, let's give myself a brush that doesn't take forever. He's like, hey guys, actually it's probably closer up here. Goddamn, Mike, pick a color that doesn't work, because this would kind of work. But yeah, and then they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is I'm imagining a doorman scenario where he's like, oh, you have to be a certain gamma to enter here. Gamu. And then he's just all like, oh no, what do I do? Maybe he could be pointing at a little sign here. You need to be this Gamu to enter. Maybe I should get color wheel. Honestly, I'm making this up as I go. Stop wasting time. Fine, okay. Anyway, the end of the story is like, maybe it's a nice hue, but if you use your hue saturation, bring it down. He's like, oh. It's a good camo. There you go, there's my explanation about gamus. A lot of good colour palettes and theories are thinking about how to keep your painting, like, it's kind of the mantra of, you know, do less with more, do more with less. So pick some really strong, bold colour choices. And kind of not limit yourself to that, but if you can work within that narrowed gamma and still create a striking piece, then that's the challenge. I had my big softy brush before. Where are you? Cool, I'm back. I'm not sure this eye color is going to work. Or it does, but it creates a... That's the thing. Colours can work together, but they might not necessarily be appropriate either. So like, that's creating too much of a... distance for me. She wasn't supposed to have the piercing gaze of the Jade Empire or anything. Yeah, you know, like, they sit well okay enough. But it's too far. No, she definitely needs pupils. And as for teaching, I wouldn't mind teaching, but it's not something I have a lot of practice in. Oh gosh, these are still super glowing. Yeah, I hope so, Eileen. Like, just being able to answer questions in real time it's fun, it's challenging as well. Like, I don't think I often give the most comprehensive answer, but as long as something I've said or something I've shown has sparked that person to like generate an interest in it, then maybe they'll like go off and find something, and then maybe they'll bring it back. Who knows? Like, I definitely don't know the vast. Oh hey Hardik, I definitely don't know everything there is to know. Yeah, come teach me. Go find out something about gamus and come back and be like, Mike, you were totally like, you're in the right ballpark, but this. Yeah, if you can get them thinking, I think get them thinking and questioning. You're totally right. I think perspective is amazing. Like, you should try and put perspective into everything. A little bit, Hardik, a little bit. I was talking about colour gammas and having a narrower banding or colour space for your painting will create harmony. And then if you have like one element in your painting that you want to hold more dominance over the others, you can like nudge that slightly outside of what would be comfortable. I think the example that James Gurney gives is like he has like a very purplish environment. It's probably less saturated than that, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of like down there. And then he has like a bird or something. Flying. Then if you want to like go out your gamma range, you don't want to do this, but it's like the bird is yellow. No, the bird is yellow. Yellow bird. Yellow. 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 I think I need to work on being able to describe something clearly enough that I've given away given away enough of the story that people can retell the story and they understand it. Because I feel like sometimes I kind of stop short where I'm like, yeah, I've said as much as I think is understandable, but I think I might cut short too often. Like maybe stating why this is nicer than local colours. I don't know. Have I think I have. That feels okay. Too much stuff. I need a house. Yeah. I know that feel. I could just imagine you like staring impatiently at your sculpture like, well, if you're not gonna move, I'll just stare at you. Okay, well, Swifty said she was going for a half-hour nap, and that was an hour ago. So I'm gonna call the stream here, and I'm gonna go wake her up. If she's not already, like, she's probably through there sketching or something. I'm being a dupe. But, where's my folder of memes? There we go. This is where all the emoticons live. Bye. May your days be filled with adventure. I forget that every time now.